everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Anticipation is mounting for today's game, and we've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's the Falcons going up against the Titans. With that, we'll send you up to Music City, USA, and Nissan Stadium in Nashville, my hometown. We're standing by as our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. We are here on a beautiful afternoon for football. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Atlanta Falcons and the Tennessee Titans. They come out here in the eye. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. All right, let's look at the offense. Devontae Freeman, this is a guy that you wanted to talk about, so take it away.
Brandon, have you seen a running back play with such joy as well as such fury? I love the way he runs the football and attacks defenses.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. On second down, here's Ryan. Deep drop. Looking deep downfield. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones, 72 yards. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. Well, they had gone run the previous play. Nice little setup. This time they go play action. Defense bites a bit, and they hit for a big play in the end zone.
So they sold it really well, didn't they? Because of just what you described. They ran at the previous play, come back with the same action, and now they step back and throw it and get a big play for a touchdown. But what happens as a defensive back is your eyes have to go to the right place. You always hear Coach talk about, are your eyes in the right spot? But this time the eyes went to the play action. It froze their feet. They weren't moving, and he went on past them and caught the pass for a touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. Antonio Andrews now to return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Mariota now to throw on first down. And his first look is incomplete. Kendall Wright, the intended target. That'll bring up second down. And when this offense is clicking on all cylinders, the running back is in sync as well.
The focal point. Runs, catches, blocks, sets the tone for the offense.
A second down throw here for Mariota. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
Brandon, believe it or not, the first time I saw Rashard Matthews play was a practice session at the University of Nevada in preseason when he was there. And I remember I couldn't take my eyes off of watching him practice because I had not seen that young man before. and I thought, boy, he can be a special player, and I think he's turning into one in Tennessee.
Yeah, and Miami never was really the go-to option, but last year, let's see, 945 yards, 65 catches, 9 touchdowns, all easily career highs.
Began the season really as the number 2 or number 3 receiver in Tennessee, and before halfway through the year, he had become the number 1 option for Marcus Mariota.
And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Throwing is Mariota, and it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. And here we go. We get to see the Falcons again on offense, a crew that last year scored 540 points, tied for 8th most all time. But my question is this, such a crushing Super Bowl loss in the offseason, does that set you back big time, or does that fuel and feed you momentum-wise going forward?
It should fuel and feed you momentum-wise going forward, partner. That's exactly how it's supposed to react, and that's what you'll see in the Falcons locker room in the entire offseason. They'll talk about finishing, unfinished business, things of that nature. But we have seen where teams have not recovered from it. Remember the Rams? They got to a Super Bowl, got beat by the Patriots, didn't get back there again. The Broncos in 2013, number 1 offense, number 1 scoring offense. They didn't get back in 2014, but they did in 2015, so you can recover from it.
Walker will be 33 when the season starts in 2017, and he's kind of having a late career renaissance, if you will, isn't he?
He certainly is. He went to his 2nd straight Pro Bowl after the 2016 season. He did it as well in 2015. Those are the first 2 of his career. He'd always been behind other guys. Remember when he was in San Francisco? Wasn't the primary option at tight end. But he is in Tennessee, and he's kind of a new-age tight end, even though he's a little bit older. Can split out, run routes like a wide receiver, but he also can do the dirty work inside as a blocker.
They brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
This will be caught inside the 10 and eventually brought down, but it's near the 5 at the 6.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
From the gun, Mariota. And that is caught. Walker, touchdown Titans. Delaney Walker from 6 yards away. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Ryan Suckup on for the point after. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Here's Eric Weems now on the return. A little 360.
Oh,
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. The starting defense for the Titans.
Derek Morgan came into the league as your traditional hand-in-the-ground defensive end. He's made the transition to outside linebacker, and he's done it quite well.
Now Ryan on second down. Finding time. Wide open receiver complete. Over 1,400 yards last year for Jones. Just 6 touchdowns, but, of course he had the big 300-yard game. However, when he was blanketed with coverage, he always opens things up for other guys, doesn't he?
He does, and that's what's benefited Atlanta's offense. Other guys were able to step up. In 2016, Mohamed Sanu stepped up and had his best year as a pro. Austin Hooper, as a young tight end, really developed down the stretch. And Taylor Gabriel, who had come over as a free agent from Cleveland, he really flourished. Actually led the team in touchdown catches. But there's only one Julio Jones, and you want to get the ball to him as much as possible.
And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2, but they face a second and long to start things out. Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. On second down, Ryan. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
Well, when defensive coordinators game plan to put pressure on a quarterback, they often want to use blindside rushes, and that's exactly what they did there. The cornerback gets to him and drops him.
Big sack on second down. Now the offense needs to convert here on third. Long, it's Ryan. He's going to air one out. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. They chalked that one up as a gain of 34 on third down.
I know they had good coverage downfield, but you have to wonder, on third and long like that, how does that happen, that they can get that far downfield and complete a pass? You got to guard the sticks, understand where you are, so it's almost like someone fell asleep at the switch, and now that the play's been completed, they've got to dust themselves off on defense, pick it up, and figure out how to not let that happen again.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 34.
And when you watch Devontae Freeman run the football, you can almost close your eyes and hear him running the football, can't you? Because people just scatter. I mean, when he goes through a pile, it moves in a positive direction for him. I just love how hard he plays the game.
1,000-yard season. He had 11 touchdowns last year. In March, 25 years old. So he's kind of hitting that sweet spot for a running back, isn't he?
He really is, and I still remember the evaluation of him coming out of college. He does everything well, but you weren't sure he had a dominant trait. Well, wrong about that. He's dominant just about everything he does, and I think that he's going to continue to elevate his game and seek a 3rd Pro Bowl in 2017.
play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
It's really come into vogue to talk about the different gaps that the defense tries to attack in an offensive line. And most of the time we're talking about blitzes. How many times have you heard double A-gap blitz? But where is the A-gap?
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Mohamed Sanu from 19 yards away. And the Falcons have taken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. A nice gain of 21 yards.
Well, plenty of credit has to go to the guy carrying the ball. He broke the tackle and gained the yardage. But that doesn't necessarily mean that the defender is bad. They're not going to make 100% of the tackles all the time. Even the best in the game will miss one occasionally. The key is not to let it snowball and miss tackle after tackle. On that play, credit to the offense, but that doesn't make the defense bad.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Murray, the lone setback. And he'll get it up the middle. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mariota. Rashard Matthews the intended target, and it's 3rd down. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion. On 3rd down, Mariota. And incomplete here on 3rd down. And they're going to go for it here on the 4th down try. Mariota's going to stay out there.
4 down, 4 down.
Play clock all the way to 0. Didn't get the snap off. 5-yard penalty.
And you see the head coach writing that note on his play sheet right now. He's going to be addressing that with his staff. A sense of urgency, get to the line of scrimmage, snap the ball.
On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Back deep for the Falcons is Eric Weems. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Look at the spin. Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And it'll be Falcon football as they take possession. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Backing up. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
And that play was what every defense is wary of. The big strike attempted downfield, but they were in excellent position. They didn't get fooled. And while he didn't come up with the interception, was able to bat the ball down.
Second and 10 now. Ryan hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And 15 yards there on the catch and run.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Connects with Sanu right side.
And Brandon, I think Mohamed Sanu had a nice career while he was in Cincinnati, but he really elevated 2016 in Atlanta. The most catches for himself in a single season.
59 of them, 4 touchdowns. Really a nice compliment to Julio Jones, and he was a nice compliment in Cincinnati. I don't want to say he's not a number 1 receiver, but he plays that number 2 slot well, doesn't he?
He does, and I think it's because of his versatility. He can play in the slot. He can play out wide. They can use him as a wildcat quarterback. He has thrown passes in the NFL. In fact, going back to his days at Rutgers, I think he threw 18 passes while he was at Rutgers, so you never know what you're going to get when Mohamed Sanu has his hands on the football.
And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Mohamed Sanu there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping it.
It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Now hold everything here, we're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On 3rd and goal, Ryan. And he fires one there at Brian Arakpo. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And tough starting field position here. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Following the interception here, Mariota. Left side, caught by Matthews. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
Check number 19. Check number 19. Blue 18. Check. Tight right.
Final play of the half here. Mariota. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And the kick goes outside the white lines. That's why the flag comes out.
Yes, and that was an error by the kicker, and it will give the offense great starting field position.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. So a penalty that can frustrate a coach so much, a mental error, and it'll back him up 5 yards. Time running out here on the play clock. And big problems getting the play out, obviously. This will be a delay. The play clock's running down.